There's a brand new mass-produced puzzle that just came out. It is called the Examinx. The Examinx is a 12-sided puzzle that has 151 pieces on each side. This puzzle literally just came out this month, so not a lot of people have it yet. If you look at this up close, there are so many tiny pieces built on this puzzle. Last year, Cubastic posted a YouTube video solving the hardest puzzle in the world. He solved the Petaminx in 5 hours and 36 minutes. But now there's a harder puzzle and only one person in the entire world has solved it so far, which makes it a world record. But he solved it in 9 hours and 19 minutes. This is my world record attempt. First, I'll have to scramble this massive puzzle. It ended up taking more than 5 minutes to scramble this. There were just so many hard pieces, and the puzzle was kind of oily. So here is the scramble. It looks kind of nice and pretty daunting at first, but I'm going to take this challenge on and try to break this world record. The time to beat, 9 hours, 19 minutes. I need your support, so please hit that like button. This will help me tremendously. The puzzle is scrambled. Let's go. For the timer, I'm using an old iPad that will keep track of my progress. So the first step I decided to do was solve the white centerpiece. The way I'm going to go about this is to solve each of the 12 centers, solve the edges, and then solve it like a regular Megaminx. The first center is especially hard because one tiny piece, just one piece, can be literally anywhere on the 12-sided puzzle. It was very difficult to find those pieces, and the first center took a while. Okay, white center is done. I completed that in 32 minutes. Now time for the second center, which I will be doing is purple. And last move, like that, purple center is done. We are at 1 hour 15 minutes. 2 centers done, 10 more to go. Next, yellow center is done. After solving these 3 centers, it became slightly easier because 3 of those 12-sided were already done, so I had to look at less faces to find different pieces. The blue center, the 4th center, is done. 2 more to go and I'm halfway there. We're at the 2 hour 14 mark and I'm calculating my time and I'm way under the 9 hour 19 minute world record pace. Red center is done. I waste no time at all and start solving the next center right away. We are over 3 hours in and 6 centers have been completed. Half of the Examinx centers are done. I'll focus on the next 6 to complete the 12 centers. At this point, I'm thinking to myself, I could actually break this world record. So I kept pushing and turning as fast as possible. The next center pink was completed in 20 minutes. At this point, I started thinking I could break this world record. I could even smash this world record. So I turned as fast as I could for the next couple hours and see where I'll end up. At one point, I wanted to stop because I couldn't find one piece and it was giving me so much wasted time. But I kept finding it, found it, did not give up, and kept pushing. Now we are on to the last 2 centers, which can be pretty tricky at first. There's a different strategy to solving the last 2 centers because all the 10 centers are done and you're just left with the last 2. So you have to make sure to not mess up the rest of the 10 centers when you're solving the last 2 centers. And just like that, in 4 hours and 32 minutes, all 12 centers on this X-Minx is done. It looks pretty sweet from this angle, but we can't stop there, we have to keep going.
The landscape in Tamworth is spectacular. You've got the Liverpool Plains surrounded by the hills of the dividing range.
Now there are 30 edges that needs to be completed. Solving these edges was actually pretty easy, except sometimes I couldn't find a piece, so I would have to look for it for a couple minutes, which is a time waster. I felt nervous sometimes because I couldn't find a piece, and it was giving me a headache for 2 to 5 minutes. Within 1.5 hours, I solved 30 edges on the Megaminx, and now it's time to do the final process. Solve it just like a regular Megaminx puzzle. This is the easiest step, but sometimes it's very hard to turn the layers because you have to line it up exactly or you don't want this $400 puzzle to break. We're getting to the end. I'm smiling, excited to complete the last turn, doing the last algorithm, and boom, we are done. Yeah! And just like that, 6 hours, 7 minutes, this X-Minx has been completed. This X-Minx looks beautiful when it's solved again. Smiling and excited that I've broken this world record of 9 hours and 19 minutes, completing this X-Minx in 6 hours